We are moving on from Christmas time, even though it's so magical. But if you're looking to start the new year organized, now is the perfect time to hit reset on your cleaning routine. Today, we're showing you how to create cleaning habits that keep you on track all year long and make tidying up feel less like a chore. So cleaning expert Briana Lybbert with This Messie Life joins me to help us out, because you say just like we set financial goals, we need some household goals too.
Yes, we focus so much on financial goals, spiritual goals, health goals, but the home is where the heart is, right? It's kind of cheesy, but it's true. And if the home is a place of chaos and discord and messiness, it's really hard to feel peaceful, because it's our place where we reset our batteries, we unwind, we try to reconnect. So we really want to be intentional with planning and structuring our home to help encourage that atmosphere.
And I think a lot of us really do a good clean after we take all the Christmas down. And I think if you're like me, my goal now is how long can I keep this clean?
How long can I keep? Yeah, so this is the whole point of this is being intentional to set our homes up for success.
Okay.
Because if we are set up for success and we're structured within the home, then we can maintain it. Well, I have a couple of fun little hacks, but we all have that one friend where you walk into their house and it's always clean. Mm-hmm. And you're like, how? How is this always clean? What are you doing? Do you have a magician in here? And it's not that. It's that they're proactive. They have structured setup. They have a routine. They have things that make sense so that they can stay on top of it.
Okay, you're going to help us with that.
Yes. So we have a couple little things here. This is great. The biggest thing here is excess. You do not want excess. Excess weighs us down, and it weighs down our mental load. So we want to get rid of. So when you go and put out your closet this year, put all of your hangers backwards. And then as you wear a shirt and use it, when you come and put it back, you're going to switch it. I'm reversed right now, but you want to start them backwards. And by the end of the year, whichever is still flipped around, it's time to get rid of it.
Oh, I love that, because we always hear the tip if you haven't worn it in however long. And I was like, it's hard to remember when you've worn things.
It's hard to remember. And it just
this
really
is how
is a
we
good
remember.
visual. It's like, oh, I really didn't wear half my closet this year. Maybe there's a few pieces I wish I would have worn and I'll keep those, but the rest, let it go.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so in the kitchen, I love this. We just moved into a new house and we had all our storage unit, and this was the perfect visual because I had accumulated a few spoons and then we had more spoons. And I tell you what, no one needs 14 spoons. You just don't need it.
Pick the best?
Yes, pick the best, keep what you want, and get rid of the rest. You don't need to hang on to this. This is an extra mental load you don't need to keep.
Okay,
it will
I like
make
that.
your drawer building up. Every time you go to grab something, you're gonna have to search for it. You can't find it, and then there's that frustration of like, where's that one thing
the one I love,
and I can't even find it. Get rid of it. It's okay. Donate it. Someone else can use it.
True, true. And now I love this idea of keeping a little cleaning station.
Yes.
Where are we keeping these? Every room? Where do you recommend?
So everyone has like their one janitor closet, right? Where you keep all your big stuff, your big heavy duty stuff. But having stations around the house under each sink will help you maintain a clean home. We have some Clorox wipes, a glass cleaner spray, a disinfectant, and then of course my favorite, glass wipes that we always use. Having this under each bathroom and sink area will allow you, when the kids get toothpaste out, it's constant. I have 3 kids, it's a tornado. So it's like, if I come up there and wipe it down, I know I have something really quick I can throw away to keep my toilets and my countertops looking fresh. So when people come over, we don't get like that, oh, don't go in there, it looks really scary.
Yeah.
Just keep them underneath the sink. And I like all this storage. We have a lot of storage options here. Amazon is great. They're all linked on my page. But this is going to help keep a system that is going to make you want to keep your house clean.
Yeah, because you could just pull that out from under the sink, go for it, put it back.
It's quick, it's easy, and it's organized. And there's something about having a beautifully organized system that makes you want to keep it organized.
Do you notice that with the new year, is this a good time to stock up on those supplies?
Yes, so the 2 tips I would say, 1, do not just run out to Hobby Lobby or TJ Maxx and grab whatever cute bins you can find. Once again, we're talking about being proactive. Mm-hmm. Measure your space. Measure twice, cut once, because you're going to end up with a hodgepodge of bins that don't fit. Measure your spaces, go out and grab what's good for you, shop around, because it can get a little pricey, find good deals, and just start with one thing at a time, one drawer at a time, one space at a time.
You have some examples like these.
So these drawer dividers.
I love these.
They're so great.
I have the sock one where
This just keeps all my kids aligned,
and they're adjustable.
Drawers don't get scary and crazy. They're adjustable. You can even turn one and do it sideways. You can get really creative with them, so they are really versatile, which is so nice. And I will say, I think there is a little bit of a negativity around having like the fancy pantry sometimes, like it's maybe too bougie.
Mine's about half and half.
Half and half,
Yeah.
that's reality.
Okay.
I think mine's about half and half. But I will say, besides the pop and the fancy funness, it organizes it so I can see it, and it helps me keep inventory, and it gets me excited.
It does.
When I go in and unpack my stuff, I feel like I want to live in my house, I want to reorganize it, and I want to keep it clean because it's not just all crammed in there and you want to close it and walk away from it.
Yeah, and I think it shows kids, oh, we do have food. We do have food. Look at it all. You can see it in these clear
Exactly.
containers. And you have a little challenge for us, you said.
I do, yes. So this year, if you can take one room at a time, it can be one room a week, one room a month, however you need to do it, one at a time, and just start there because it feels so overwhelming sometimes. So one room at a time, get it going, finish it, and then move on to the next. And by 2026, your house will be a much more peaceful, calming space.
And even a part of one room, right? If we can't tackle one
Start.
room,
A
just
drawer,
start.
one drawer,
a
one
drawer.
room, start somewhere. Yes.
I love that. So you mentioned you have things on your website. What's
Yes.
the best way for us to grab you?
Yep, www.thismessielife.com. Messy is MESSIE. And there's Instagram also. You can look it up, and we have links and all sorts of information to just help you get control of this year and really enjoy your space.
Now's the time. I appreciate these little tips that I feel like, okay, I'm going to do that this year.
Yes.
I'm going to do a couple of these this year for
These
sure.
are so great. And cleaning releases dopamine. It's the most healthy release that we possibly have, which is why gardening and cleaning actually makes us happier. The more you can do, the happier you're going to be. Get off your cell phones, get off your tablets, get in there and scrub something, clean it out, and feel the actual peace and happiness and actual chemical dopamine that comes from that.
Briana,
It's the most rewarding.
This Messy Life. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
We appreciate you.
Yes.